10 years ago, 16 strangers began the adventure of a lifetime when they jumped from a boat off the coast of Borneo with only the clothes on their back and whatever they could carry. The adventure became a phenomenon.
Tribe has spoken. Tribe has spoken. Tribe has spoken. The winner of Survivor Africa, Survivor Thailand, Survivor Guatemala, Survivor Vanuatu, Survivor China, Survivor Exile.
Survivor,
Ozzy.
the ultimate social experiment.
Tribe has spoken.
Played in the most exotic locations on the planet, testing the human spirit in the pursuit of $1 million prize. Tonight, our greatest players reveal how surviving Survivor changed their lives forever.
It's hell on your body, and it's hell on your mind.
And it was a beautiful experience.
After doing Survivor, what can you be afraid of?
And two of our most notorious bad boys go head to head.
I would love to play with you and then kick your ass.
I'm way better. Now we're talking delusion.
Also, will those who won your heart the first time win you over again?
Not playing for $1 million this time, I'm playing for my life.
Display the shot.
And get ready for what promises to be the toughest battle yet. Survivor's 20th season, Heroes versus Villains. This is Surviving Survivor. Go!
Of immunity.
When Survivor first premiered in the summer of 2000, who would have predicted that 10 years later, we'd be launching our 20th season? From the opening moments to the final tribal council, what does it take to outwit, outplay, and outlast all the others? Well, you can't have a discussion about winning Survivor and not acknowledge the man who did it first, and some say did it best. From the first moments on the beach, it was clear Richard Hatch was a force to be reckoned with.
The first day in Malaysia was shocking.
So we're saying we need a latrine and we just need a clear place to sleep. Is that all we want tonight?
Watching these people start to interact was just a thrill for me. Who am I going to trust? How much can I trust them? Is there such a thing as trust in the game of Survivor? I think I climbed up a tree or something and was just sitting there thinking, what am I going to do with these idiots? You know, it was a riot.
We have to function together or we fail.
What do you think we're doing now?
Not functioning together at all.
I'm a redneck, and I don't know corporate world at all. And corporate world ain't gonna work out here in the bush.
No, and I'm not talking corporate world, I'm talking creating a team.
Creating a team is actually putting all of our hands together and walking and...
Not hands, all of us knowing what we're doing.
The head thing, yeah, but that's action, man. Action, Richard. Yeah.
Hatch never had a doubt he would leave the island with the $1 million. Turns out he was right. And if you were watching closely, there was a clue.
But I've got the $1 million check written already. I mean, I'm the winner.
I was really, really confident. Nobody could know for certain that I was going to win, but I felt pretty darn sure that I could. But you know what I did that people don't realize is I told everybody around me, I'm here to win, and you're going home. Bye.
You know who's next, don't you?
Deal with that. Who after Greg? Jenna.
I was thinking Sean.
Oh, yeah.
He's too much competition, and
Yeah.
I don't think somebody's in control of our group in particular. I think I'm in control of who's being voted off. And I think that's all that matters to me.
God, I'm glad I'm on your team.
Yeah, baby.
Survivors ready?
Go! Week after week, audiences were riveted as Richard used any means necessary to get himself further in the game.
We got it!
Rich is naked.
Is he naked?
The main reason I was naked initially was because I wanted some time on my own, and I knew not too many people were going to be or want to be hanging around me naked, and it worked.
sitting at the fire this morning, and he comes just walking up and sits like 2 inches from me, naked. I wanted to get away. All the nakedness.
Hatch made up his own rules as he went.
And wish you both luck.
Rich! Oh my gosh.
Laying the groundwork for how Survivor would be played for the next 10 years.
Whoever is immune has to pick between the other two people. Each of them could 50-50 pick me. It's all a game of odds. The key to Survivor is knowing who you are. You don't go onto this show, get there, and think, who am I? What am I going to do? What are my morals? What are my ethics? How do I separate them from the game? Ridiculous. You've lost already.
Hatch's ability to read the other players brought him all the way to the final tribal council. There was only one hurdle left, winning the support of the very people he had double-crossed.
This island is pretty much full of only two things: snakes and rats.
Still to date, the best final closing argument in a tribal council.
We have Richard the snake, who knowingly went after prey, and Kelly, who turned into the rat. I feel we owe it to the island's spirits that we have learned to come to know, to let it be in the end the way Mother Nature intended it to be, for the snake to eat the rat.
Absolutely brilliant.
In the end, Richard Hatch persevered, making history as Survivor's first winner and millionaire.
The winner of the first Survivor competition is Rich.
When that name came over and it was me, just relief. That was a happy, happy moment.
Congratulations. Nicely played.
And he would be forever labeled as the game's first bad boy.
Clearly, Richard Hatch would be a villain. I mean, he's the ultimate villain, like the one who started Survivor as a mental mind game.
I don't even consider myself a villain. I consider myself having played a game really well. So I'm proud of what I did.
Richard Hatch's notoriety lives on. He lost a battle with the IRS over taxes due on his Survivor winnings, and as a result was sentenced to 51 months in federal prison. But is Survivor's most infamous villain about to meet his match?
What's up, man?
Is this the one that they keep comparing me to?
It's a pleasure to meet you. They don't compare you to me.
They do. They comparing me to you. You can't do that. Because
True.
I'm way
I
better.
agree. Now,
I'm way better.
Now we're talking delusion. Psychiatrist!
Been up there 50 minutes now. You're gonna have to fight the pain.
I was holding myself up. I felt after about the 50th minute, I felt something in my back go.
Ah! Coach steps down. JT, his one individual immunity.
Oh my God, man. Jesus, are you okay, man?
I mean, I was actually on the ground crying.
Oh, man. Dude, incredible.
Come on, stand up.
To succeed on Survivor, a castaway has to be able to endure tremendous physical pain because Survivor is an equal opportunity destroyer and will push your body to its limits.
Go!
It starts with the challenges for both reward and immunity that test even the fittest of athletes.
The hardest thing I've done physically is the first challenge in Samoa.
Gotta unlock that chain! You got it now!
I was gonna die. My body said stop, but my heart said you can't stop.
Russell having a little trouble with that second one.
After that challenge, I said, do you think we're Olympic athletes out here? Because this is getting ridiculous.
As the rain comes down to welcome us,
then the survivors have to deal with what Mother Nature has in store for them.
The worst night of my entire life was in Panama, the All-Stars.
The hole that Rupert thought was so brilliant to dig filled up with water.
And we were left completely stranded on this beach that was slowly disappearing into the ocean.
It's a disaster.
And the lightning was striking so close to us that my wet hair was full of electricity.
It's not worth it.
Once you get on an island and the rains have been pounding that island for days and every piece of material you have is soaking wet, trying to get a fire started, it's quite a task.
Fire is the key to life in the game of Survivor. Without fire, you can't drink, you can't be warm, and those things like break you down. Those are necessities.
The combined wear and tear of the Survivor adventure has led to serious
I landed right on top of a sea urchin.
and sometimes life-threatening injuries.
It is too big a risk. It is.
Let's get you out of here and get you to a hospital.
Whoa! Russell, you with me? Medical!
Mike Skupin's accident when he fell into the fire
He's burnt pretty bad, Terry.
Here's some water.
has to be the biggest injury in the game so far.
Keep your hands in the water.
When his skin was coming off his hands, people started to understand this is no wimp game.
And on top of everything else, the survivors must also endure the daily struggle to find food.
One of my things I'm known for is the guy who killed the shark on Survivor. It was a moment of madness. It was brought on by starvation.
How'd you get it? I hit it with the machete and cut it in half. Woo! Look at that. How's that for a shot?
You're starving out there. Completely and literally starving.
And the first week is by far the worst because your body starts going into depression a little bit because it's like, where's the food?
When you get that hungry, you'll eat anything. I mean, Natalie was eating rats.
Oh gosh. Okay. Eat your snack, buddy. Oh gosh. Oh my word. Oh, I'm sorry.
When you have a little beauty queen that's 100 pounds eating a rat, you know it's real.
Peanut worms, fish eyes, pig snouts. Still a little hair on the snout.
Are there bats?
Blood from cattle.
I'll take my clothes off for chocolate and peanut butter.
If you get cold, I'm still in.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, Jenna, Heidi.
Wow, he produces. Damn.
2 ice cold Coca-Colas. 1 heaping plate of rich peanut butter.
Okay.
Guys can share. Big tray chocolate cookies.
Heidi, you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, focus.
Where can I keep my clothes?
I'm looking.
Heidi, just pull your pants down to your ankle.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Ta-da!
Let's hold on, I gotta get my shorts. Are they around your ankles?
She's in the drink.
Some aspects of Survivor are simply annoying, like surviving the bugs.
I have scars all over my legs still to this day from the mosquito bites and the like random, you don't even know what the heck kind of bug it is that has 10 heads and like 17,000 legs.
But in the end, the biggest challenge of all may be living with themselves.
The hygiene is so raunchy. It's a sin, actually.
Fresh toothbrush.
Oh my gosh.
The deodorant.
Oh, yeah, we can use that. And of course, what every survivor needs, shampoo.
I decided that I smelled amazing. So, I mean, I figured everyone else felt the same way about me, you know, because you just live in denial, pretty much.
The adversity of Survivor often reveals a contestant's true character. America fell in love with the pirate from the Pearl Islands, Rupert Bonham, because of his spirit and his commitment. And it's those same qualities that are the foundation for his inspired life outside the game as well.
I love being able to go out and in a couple hours brings a sack of fish home. I grew up feeling like I was never good at anything.
We having fish tonight.
When Survivor came along, it kind of forced me out of that shell, the same way that I'm trying to do for our participants in Rupert's Kids. Show them that it's okay, that you do fit, that you do belong, that you don't have to fight society, you can be a part of it.
Rupert never won Survivor, but he did win $1 million as the most popular contestant ever. According to America, 38 million votes say the favorite Survivor All-Star is Rupert. He used his winnings to fund his teen mentoring program.
I just had my 5-year anniversary of Rupert's Kids. And you gotta check it out, rupertskids.org. I met you! The kids in our program are the ones that are deciding whether they're gonna be a career criminal and be in our pocket all their life, or if they're gonna be able to figure out how to make that legal living.
Grab hold of that, drag it through the wood.
What we do with Rupert's Kids and the Parks program here in Indianapolis is a partnership where we use the parks to teach job completion, to teach job skills, to teach that sense of community and that sense of self-worth.
The person accused of a crime was innocent. I want to better myself. I want to be something else. Here we concentrate on the GED program. I want to further my education.
It's amazing what you can do with resources. Before Survivor, people would look at me and say, what are you trying to do, make our streets unsafe? We spend good money locking these kids up, and you're taking them out. Now, people are willing to look at our kids and say, wow, that kid never was given a chance.
Rupert has changed my life in a more positive manner to help out in the community and give back.
For all the kids out there that feel like they have no hope, there's no chance of surviving in these cold streets, there's guys like Rupert that shows you there's a chance.
Coming up, the ultimate villain.
It ain't gonna be no competition.
Meets the ultimate hero.
I do like being the good guy.
When they go head to head on Survivor, heroes versus villains.
I figured I'd make it a little interesting for everybody when they wake up. I emptied all the water out of all the canteens. I was just gonna burn their socks and pour their water out and see what happens. Because I knew they were already stressed. So if I stressed them more, I couldn't control them. I wanted to make them suffer. Because if you control the way they feel, you can control the way they think.
We've seen how physically demanding Survivor can be, but the players will tell you it's the outwit element, the mind games of Survivor, that can be really crushing.
The mental side of Survivor is about 75%, because you live in a constant state of paranoia.
John?
Yeah?
Who the hell voted for me?
I did.
What the was that?
You don't feel like anyone around you is really your friend.
It's about being betrayed by my friend. Right. It's about getting a knife in the back.
It's a very lonely situation to be in.
And it's even lonelier when you truly are by yourself, as Stephanie LaGrossa found out when she outlasted her entire tribe and was sent back to her camp alone at night.
Hopefully this fire's still lit.
It was like demoralizing because I was like, oh my God, I'm by myself. And, you know, I was breaking down. I mean, I was crying. It was horrible. And I was at the point where it's like, all right, I'm either going to try to figure this out and move forward, or I'm going to give up.
But I'll never give up. I'm not a quitter.
Being sent to Exile Island alone is perhaps the most daunting mental challenge of all. But for Coach, it was simply an opportunity to test himself in new ways.
Instead of being afraid of it, I wanted to embrace that fear and make it into something that was very powerful. So I came up with this monastic approach. Don't build shelter. Don't huddle under the trees. Sit out there and say, bring it. Bring your worst. The elements can't do anything to me. I don't need to eat. I don't need to drink. And so I took that approach, and it was a beautiful experience.
Coach endured the mental challenges of isolation like a warrior, but when it came to the social game, his weakness showed.
Who is this jackass?
As far as gameplay, I had nothing.
I said in the very beginning of this game to everybody, I will not lie one time on this game.
I thought because I was honest and trustworthy that other people would be the same with me. And that was just the opposite. I was like the lamb being led to the slaughterhouse, traipsing along innocently, thinking, oh, all is fine as well, and then off with my head.
12th person voted out. Coach.
As great as you may think you are, and as strong as you may think you are, as smart as you think you are, you need help to win or to last in the game of Survivor. You might not be able to beat them with these, but you can always beat them with these.
Alliances are something Richard Hatch understood from the very beginning.
But I think until the next segment, the three of us can work together really well.
I trust you completely.
Yeah.
Alliances came about for me because I couldn't think of any other way to win the game.
You have to trust someone. So I have both of you guys' word that it's us three to the end.
Yes. Yeah.
But you can't trust anyone.
Your strongest muscle is your mind. If you start getting paranoid and you let people get in your head, you're done.
She's going first.
Perhaps no one in Survivor history has been better at getting inside people's heads than Russell Hantz, and he's only too happy to tell you about it.
I am the greatest player to play the game.
What's he doing in there?
I'm looking.
That's 8 right
I'm looking
there.
for the immunity idol. My social game was perfect. You can't do this alone. You gotta have somebody. Nobody's at my caliber. It's like Babe Ruth or Michael Jordan.
You've been like talking to everybody.
I know. I started rehearsing my speech for the $1 million when I had 10 people left. Because I knew I was going to the end. And I did. I seen in their minds, I seen they could be whipped. And they were. They were easy. The best moment was finding the idol without a clue, getting rid of Kelly. I ain't finished playing just yet. It was so exciting because everybody voted against me.
Kelly, the tribe has spoken.
I respect strong women. I'm scared of strong women because I know how powerful they can be. And I don't want to play them in a game for $1 million.
But in Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, Russell will be playing alongside some cunning women, including Parvati. Parvati, the sexy siren of 2 past seasons, ingratiated herself with every player while conspiring against them, even going so far as getting into a hot tub naked with Ozzy and Yule.
I've got 2 naked guys in the hut.
You're naked too, aren't you?
Yeah. I wasn't gonna pass up this reward and leave the hot tub there. You know, it was like the ultimate luxury being able to go in a hot tub on Survivor. So, you know, I had to go in. Clothed or not. Bikini or no bikini. I was getting in that hot tub. The game definitely highlights a certain aspect of your personality, and it zones in on that aspect of your personality and really magnifies it. I don't go around batting my eyelashes and shaking my ass all day. I just do it sometimes when I'm playing Survivor, you know.
You definitely can't trust the girls. They're by far the most devious ones of the game.
Matt, tell him that if he were to give you the necklace, that would redeem him, and we would vote for Amanda. Who would fall for that?
I want to give individual immunity to Natalie.
Eric made the biggest bonehead move in Survivor by giving the immunity idol to these girls that were such flirts.
Just because I'm flirty doesn't mean I'm running around making out with everyone. I could flirt a little and have fun, but I wasn't going to give my heart to anyone.
But at times, players do get caught up in the moment and become intimate.
Ozzy and Amanda were lovers.
There was like a little romance between Ozzy and Amanda, which I found disgusting because, I mean, we are gross. You haven't had shampoo, toothpaste. Did I say toothpaste? I mean, how can you, the start of a romance is that first kiss. How can you have a first kiss when you haven't brushed your teeth for 13 days? Ew.
Survivor has had its share of couples who have formed permanent alliances over the years, most notably Boston Rob and Amber, who are now married with a daughter. But perhaps the most powerful partnership is Ethan and Jenna, who together are learning what the word survivor truly means.
The winner of Survivor Africa. The winner of Survivor Amazon.
I met Jenna at the finale of Survivor Amazon.
Which was my show.
Jenna had previously watched me fall in love with me on TV.
No.
Been stalking me for years, really.
That's not true. He got my number from CBS.
Yeah.
He stalked me on the phone. He kept calling me. I'm like, what do you want? I'm busy being a winner of Survivor. A better winner than you are.
And I'm thinking, Survivor All-Stars is coming up. I got to get in with this girl.
This is another Survivor relationship. Jenna and Ethan.
We were the original Survivor couple.
Our bond was strong because of Survivor, but it goes way beyond that. Jenna is my rock. In April, I was diagnosed with a rare form of Hodgkin's disease called CD20 positive Hodgkin's lymphoma. And when your doctors are going like this, it puts you in a real fear for death, really. Both of us have lost a parent to cancer. I lost my dad when I was 14 to colon cancer.
This is time I need with my mother.
Jen lost her mom.
Spring in a boat.
I went home and I had 7 days with her, and then she passed away. I feel like we have already put in our time with cancer. Jenna Maraska has found her perfect match, Survivor Africa winner Ethan Zahn. I focus more on keeping our life as normal as possible, and we don't talk about cancer unless we have to, because we've given it enough time.
Save all my hair. When I found out that I was going to lose my hair because of chemotherapy, I was a little upset.
You're gonna look cool.
Instead of kind of sitting around and watching it fall out on the floor, I decided I'm going to shave it. I'm going to, take charge. I'm going to take control of this. I'm going to own this cancer thing.
Bald is a new afro.
This is like his prison bad boy look, and I'm digging it. And it's like I got a whole new boyfriend, so it's kind of a bonus for me. Now that he has cancer, I either need a ring, a wedding, or a dog.
Nurse Jenna, display the shot. I don't know how I'd be able to function without her in my life right now.
My job was just to make sure that he kept his fighting spirit and he kept strong and kept fighting this. I always had faith in him, even when he didn't.
Today is a very special day because today is
stem cell birthday.
Since the cancer's in remission, I can go to the next step of this process, which is a stem cell transplant. To my stem cells that are going to come into my body, work your magic. Waiting for infusion. I've been in here a full week so far, and let me tell you, it hasn't been so easy.
Last night was torture in terms of the pain I was experiencing.
This process can beat you down. On the flip side, it can heal you and cure you of cancer forever. Definitely pat myself on the back right here. I feel good about myself. I feel like I've made it through a war. I was in and out of here in record time.
To make it out.
20 days. Not many people can do it in 20 days. And I feel really happy, and I look good, and I feel healthy.
We're going home.
Not playing for $1 million this time. I'm playing for my life. There's no other outcome but to win. I was a winner on Survivor. I'm a winner in life, and I'm going to win this battle against cancer.
Who will survive?
They finally find somebody who can dominate this game.
In Survivor, heroes versus villains.
I'm ready to give them nothing and take from them everything.
I'm out there doing my thing.
Over the years, Survivor has made stars of many of its castaways, but from the moment it exploded on the television landscape 10 years ago, it was clear that the real star was the show itself.
52 million viewers.
Last
fans can't get enough. The people that watch the show are passionate about it. Really passionate about it. I can walk up to anyone on the street and say, "The tribe has spoken," and they're going to know what I'm talking about. Survivor is a completely global brand. It's shown all over the world in hundreds of countries.
Y ahora soy una gordita feliz.
Heading into its 20th season, Survivor has become so much a part of American pop culture.
Thank you all for coming to Tribal Council.
It's been spoofed.
Do you want to form an alliance?
And imitated everywhere.
This is Colby.
Hi, Larry. Where's this survivor?
He's the survivor.
But perhaps its biggest impact has been on the medium itself, literally creating a whole new genre of television.
If you look at the history of television, and there are certain shows that emerge as groundbreaking, game-changing television shows, and Survivor is clearly in that group.
Survivor comes on in the summer 2000, and it totally changes network TV. And reality competition takes over TV. Just think about the shows that wouldn't be on if Survivor hadn't come on.
Television writers credit Survivor producer Mark Burnett with refusing to take no for an answer.
Burnett gets most of the credit. This is his baby. He pushed this when no one else believed in it. It's his vision, and it's his execution, and his style that's really important to the show. It's the father of reality television. It's the show that really sets the standard.
I think Survivor did really give us all a sense of a different kind of television show.
Psychologist Richard Gehrig, who writes about Survivor, says one of the reasons behind the phenomenal success is that people saw something they weren't used to seeing on television. Winner takes it all.
You're seeing these really strong human emotions of suspense and hope and fear. When people are blindsided, you see this just extraordinary, level of just really, really true and honest emotion.
Don't wave your finger in my face. I will always wave my finger under your breath. You want me to say it in your face? Yes. Yes, I will be happy to. I'm saying it to your face right now.
Survivor grabbed people in a way that was not familiar to them.
We are starving.
Nasty. Everyone could imagine themselves put in a survival situation.
I've been bamboozled.
And after 10 years, Survivor continues to rivet audiences around the world.
There's a few reasons people come back to Survivor. The exotic locale, the strategy element, and the unpredictable element.
I should have known better.
There's something really kind of magical in the format. It's still really one of the most popular shows on television after 20 entries.
Survivor could go on forever. When Survivor finally does end, I think its legacy is the show that changed television.
No Survivor alum has enjoyed as much success or stayed more in the public view than Elizabeth Hasselbeck.
I credit Survivor so much for giving me an opportunity to test what I was about. Living here day to day, those are the real challenges. My hair is falling out. You learn that you're not as tough as you thought, and you're tougher than you thought. Survivor does sort of set precedent for what you're made of and what you can pursue for the rest of your life.
I'm Elizabeth Pilarski from Boston, Massachusetts.
So when I applied to be on Survivor, I was 23 years old, designing shoes for Puma. I just felt compelled to enter into some sort of adventure at that point in my life. I just wanted to see what I was made of. TV wasn't something that I was even interested in at all. Before I knew it, that was my job.
Maybe the Republican Party could get it together and figure out what they were going to do.
Was that what you wanted to do?
Excuse me, one more
point. Do you really want the Republican Party to get it together, though, honestly?
I think a lot of people sometimes say, oh, you're the Republican on the show.
Here's the thing.
There's so much more to all of us than just a one-dimensional brush of description. We all are women that have interests and professions outside of the view. This is great with the necklace over it. I just love it. I still design.
Well, you certainly recognize her face and name from The View, from Survivor, from so many different avenues.
This is fun for me.
Welcome back to QVC.
Designing it's in the blood, and I'm able to do that now through QVC, which is great. I design every single piece. I actually went into Survivor a little sick.
I'm feeling terrible. I'm just like shaking and weak.
It's ironic because I had to go to the Australian outback, literally starve, to actually start feeling better and realize that all of my symptoms prior to Survivor were undiagnosed celiac disease, an autoimmune disease where your body literally cannot process barley, oats, wheat, and rye, the protein found in them called gluten. So Survivor, though it almost killed me, ended up truly saving my life.
Okay.
Mark Burnett, you saved my life, buddy, almost in the midst of killing me.
Stay with us.
It took them 19 seasons to find me.
The biggest battle yet.
What I want to prove to myself is that I can still do it.
Heroes versus villains.
I'm ready to